So, you know what's worse than having to walk away from somebody? Or it could be just as equally as bad. Having people overstay their welcome longer than they should. Let's talk about it today. What's up, y'all? It's Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesday, here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. And I thank you for joining me on this lovely morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you are deciding to watch this. As always, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, so that way you can stay up to date with all of my future Teachable Tuesday videos. And this is going to be a shorter Teachable Tuesdays video, but this is going to be a very important one, all right? So I need you guys to listen carefully, regardless if you're listening in the background or if you're tuning in and watching this on your TV, computer, phone, or whatever the case may be. And I want you to understand one important thing on this day. Everybody cannot go with you on your journey. I'll say it again. Everyone cannot go with you on your journey. Now, I've talked about this before in brief, but I want to bring up a couple of reasons why your journey is unique to you and why everybody is not compatible with you in your journey. Everybody on this planet has a purpose to fulfill. Everybody on this planet has something that they need to accomplish. Everyone on this planet has a God-given natural talent that was given to them or that was developed within them while they were walking on this earth. I don't care if you're 13 years old, 23 years old, 50 years old, 85 years old, does not matter. Everybody has it, right? So when you are going on your journey of life, one thing you may notice as you get older or that you've experienced throughout life is that everybody has a different path. The path that you take is going to be completely different from the individual that you come across, right? You might come across a young lady in Walmart and she might not have ever went to college to where you did. You might come across an older man in Walmart where he never wanted to join the military, had no interest, but you did, and you've been serving for quite some time, right? Why do I bring these things up? I bring these things up because I want people to understand that there's a distinctive difference in the way that we choose our lives versus how other people choose their lives, right? And it's based on a number of very important factors. Number one has to do with environment. How they grew up, how a person grows up can really determine where they go at in life. Because they might follow a similar pattern to other family members, or they might totally buck the system and do something completely unorthodox and different, right? I'll give you an example. The majority of my family members who went to college stayed in state. I had one family member who went out of state and they ended up coming back in state. I am the only family member that went to college, immediate family member I should say, that went to college out of state and successfully not only did it once, but did it twice, right? And I bring this up because my path obviously is totally different from theirs. You know, I kind of bucked the system. I was like, no, I want to do something different, right? And that brings me to my next point. Everybody who's in your life right now might not necessarily be in your life for your journey later on. It would be a blessing if they were. It would be great. And I'm not even just talking about from a romantic standpoint, because I know I've been talking a lot about that lately on the channel. I'm talking about platonic as well. I'm talking about even family members. There are some people that you are going to have to let go and leave them where they're at. And there's no hard feelings. There's no love lost. It's just simply the fact of the matter that, hey, I got something different going on. And then there are some people where you don't necessarily have to leave them alone completely, but you might not talk to them as much as you used to. You might not be around them as much because your focus is different. I have several friends who are married, right? Some of those friends I still communicate with pretty frequently. Others I do not. I'll give you a prime example. My best friend, one of my best friends, shout out to my dog Alicia. We don't talk as much as we used to. And it's nothing personal. It's still all love. And when we do talk, we pick up right where we left off. But she got a whole family. She got a husband. She has 3 beautiful children. You know, our lives are just different, right? Different dynamics. And also the fact that she's from my hometown and she lives there and I'm here in Florida, right? So that plays a factor too. But I say that to let you guys know that it's not that she's been completely eliminated from my journey. It's just my journey took a different path. and she could not come on the journey with me, but she is watching on the sidelines, cheering me on, and vice versa for her. I could not go with her on her journey, but I'm, not too far. I'm just slightly off in the distance, still cheering her on and stuff like that. And I think those aspects of the journey is great, when you can keep those people around, even if they're not directly walking with you, but they're still cheering you on. But then you have some people, platonic or not, that you gotta completely just let go and be like, you know what? I wish you Godspeed, but you cannot continue on me with this journey. I'll give you another example. I've had plenty of exes, right? And I've talked about this on the channel before. Y'all know I don't shy away from this, but I don't keep up with exes in terms of consistent communication. I'm very cordial, but once a relationship ends, I kind of leave it where it is. I wish you the best. I move on with my life, right? And those individuals are not going anywhere near me with my journey. They're not even cheering me from the sideline. I'm not even cheering on them from the sideline. But I am, wishing them all the best. I am being positive. I do have nothing but love.
Time, 20 minutes, 48 seconds. Distance, 1 mile. Average pace, 20:48 per mile.
Sorry about that. Nike app was going off, and sometimes when that happens with these videos, the speech gets slurred out, so I wanted to wait a second. But anyways, yeah, so everybody can't go with you on your journey. And that's perfectly fine. That's okay. That is acceptable. The question is, when and how long will it take you to recognize that? And what do you do when you do? Because sometimes there are clear signs that people just can't go with you on your journey. Maybe the communication dwindles a bit, right? Maybe it's a situation to where you guys are just not necessarily on the same page as much as you used to be, right? Maybe it's a situation where God literally is moving you in a different direction and you don't understand why things are happening so fast, but they are. And sometimes it can be hard to go through that transition because we don't want to let people go that we've been accustomed to, people that we've grown to love, people that have helped us out on our journey. We've helped them out on their journey, so on and so forth. People we've been comfortable with. But sometimes in order for you to be successful in your journey, you have to get into an uncomfortable zone. And sometimes that uncomfortable zone involves you being around people, around environments that you're not used to. And those individuals will not survive those environments with you. God created you to be built for those environments, not them. And that's not to say that you're any better than anybody else. That does not mean that God does not have a special plan for them, because indeed he does. But what that does mean is my journey is specialized for me. God created a specialized individual plan for me, right? In public schools, we call it IEPs. It's like God has a separate IEP for everybody. Individualized education plan. So your journey might be in California. Next person's journeys might be in Tokyo. Next person's journey might be in Australia. Next person's journey might be in Canada. And I'm not even just talking about locations, because I think a lot of times when we think about journeys, we automatically think about location, which makes sense because, you think about a journey meaning a destination, right? But I'm even talking about just assignments in life. You could be in the same city, end up going in a totally different path than what you expected it to be. And there are some people that can't follow you in your journey. I'll give you one more example and we'll exit this video, because like I said, I didn't want this video to be too long. Think about jobs, right? When you transition from one job to another, do you still keep in contact with the same people? You might keep in contact with a few, but it's not going to be as many people as you used to. I know the high school I currently work at right now is about 10 minutes away from the middle school I used to work at. Give or take. Probably not even 10, more like 5, right? I've been involved in this community of where I teach at currently for 8 years, between me teaching at my middle school, me teaching at my high school, and me doing Boys and Girls Club, which is at the middle school that the middle school that I used to teach at, right? There have been a lot of changes within those 8 years. There are a lot of people that no longer work at the middle school that I used to work at. Shoot, there are a lot of people that don't work at the high school that I currently work at. And I've been working there for 5 years as the recording of this video. Why do I bring this up? I bring this up to say that they all had different journeys, right? You're not gonna always be joined with someone long term. And I'm pretty sure once it's my time to leave the current place that I'm at, there might be a few people that I keep in contact with, and there might be people that I don't keep in contact with at all. And there's no hard feelings, no love lost. It's just my journey is my journey. So overall, ladies and gentlemen, just remember this one thing. Everybody can't go where you're destined to go. If they're able to go along with you and you guys are able to continue to support each other, cool. Even if it's a situation where they can't go with you, but you guys can still support each other from afar, cool. But if you guys really can't have that support at all, just because your journey is just totally different and it's time to terminate the time of you guys being together, that's cool too. Because best believe the man upstairs is always gonna have a plan. He's always gonna place you in the environment and where you need to be. All right? It's Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesdays here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. Thank you for joining me today. I would greatly appreciate it. If you would, hit the like button, the subscribe button, leave a comment, and feel free to share this video. As I always say, this video might not be for you, but I can guarantee you it is for somebody that you may know. And next week, we are going to begin a very interesting series over the course of the rest of October, the entire month of November, and even early in December. We're gonna be going on the music series, right? I've always wanted to do this on this channel, but I am going to be taking you on some Teachable Tuesday videos. They're not gonna be your traditional format where I'm sitting here and talking. It is actually going to involve different individuals, especially my music group, the Innovators Music Group, and we're gonna be talking about our musical journeys. We're gonna be talking about some of the pros and cons that we faced over the years from doing music, what our journeys currently look like. I'm also going to be interviewing people that do podcasts with music and so on and so forth. I can't drop the names just yet because I'm in the process of finalizing everything, but it's definitely gonna be something different that's gonna be brought to the channel. You already know how I do things. I'm always about trying to do different things for the channel and whatnot. But if you tuned in this far, you are awesome. Hope you guys have a great day. And I look forward to seeing you guys very, very soon. Make sure you check out all the content. We're dropping a lot of content lately. All right, peace.